She grew up in an Indiana town and a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with an Indiana boys on an Indiana night. Last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again. Hey friends, how's it going? This is David Potts with Song Notes, and today I'm going to show you how to pick up your guitar and play Mary Jane's Last Dance. This is an awesome Tom Petty song. It only uses a few chords, but it's pretty rewarding if you want to go deep with it. So let's start unpacking it right about now. So a quick note about this song is if you're going to play along with the Tom Petty album version, note that the tuning of that version is, I think, a quarter step up or down. It's not in standard concert pitch tuning. And you'll need to know that because it might be like, man, why do I sound like I'm not in the right key here? That's because of the recording. It's not your guitar. So you want to have your guitar in standard tuning to play along with this lesson, okay? But let's get right on into it. So let's kick off this lesson by looking at this intro riff here. This is a very distinctive... Okay, so what's going on here is we only need 3 different chords. We need an A minor, a G, and a D. Okay, so those are the building blocks. So you take those chords and you put them in this progression. You're going to be an A minor for 4 counts, 2, 3, 4, to G for 4 counts, to D for 4 counts, and to A minor for 4 counts, and repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that I'm only strumming here the first and the third beat. I'm going to talk about strumming in a little bit, but understand that those are going to be where a lot of the accent is in a lot of your strumming throughout the entire song. Okay, so once you can master that, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice this until you can kind of do it flawlessly, because we're going to make things a bit more complicated. Okay, next let's look about strumming, okay? Strumming, for this I want you to do down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. So that would sound like this with the chords. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. Okay? The next thing you want to do is bring in some hammer-ons. So what that means is instead of playing a regular A minor, for those 2, down, down in the first measure, I want you to go. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm playing the A minor, and I'm taking my middle finger and my ring finger. And for the first strum, I'm not having those fingers where they would normally go. And then I hammer them on, which literally means you're forcing them on the string, right? So it's almost like there's 3 sounds coming. There's the initial strum, there's the hammer-on sound, and then there's a second strum. But you're really only doing 2 strums with your pick hand, so. All right. 4. Okay? So that's for that first A minor. For the D, you're also gonna do it. Here I'm doing my middle finger on the high E string, 2nd fret. Okay? Now, if you put these in context of the whole progression, it's... All right, so practice that. Hammering on can be really tough because you're doing something that isn't matched up with with your picking hand. It's your left hand sort of taking control of the note you're playing. Usually the notes you're playing are controlled by your pick. So it takes practice, sort of get the groove of the song. Again, practice it without the hammer-ons first. Get that groove, get that sort of synergy between both hands working, and then add that hammer-on, okay? So now let's look at the verse and chorus of this song. I'm going to simplify strumming here a little bit. For the verse, you're going to use that same chord progression, the A minor to G to D to A minor. So down, 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 up, 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 down, down, down. You can do this part without the hammer-ons or without any of the fancy timing stuff. So for context, that would be like, she grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on them Indiana nights. Okay, you just repeat that. And you do that for all the verse. Here's a little trick that you can do. To emulate the harmonica solo, what I want you to do is look at this tab here, but so what characterizes that little riff there is I'm not playing the high E string ever. Not ever playing that. So when I do the A minor, let the B string be your highest note, and then the G, you're going B string open to first to open, okay? And then for the D, you're actually going to a D7 position, which is open, second, first, second. But I'm not playing the high E string, so it's open, second, first. So that's first fret B string, open B string, second fret on the G string. And then for the final A minor, I'm only playing the bottom 3 strings. Okay, so look at this tab again, but here's what it sounds like. Okay, so again, listen to the song. It's their harmonica that really gives you that sound. So finally, there's the chorus of this song. The chorus is pretty straightforward. You have an E minor to an A, and then E minor to an A, and then to G. Okay? You're going to stay on each chord for a long time here, though, compared to the verse. So it's, I think, so 4 measures of E minor is last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. A. Okay? 3, 4. Back to E minor. I feel summer creeping in. I'm tired of this town again. Then you finally go to a G. Okay, so that's a straightforward way to play it, is you sort of use that chord progression, you use the down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, for that whole thing, right? Here's some quick ways to spice up the chorus. So one way to spice up the E minor is to put your pinky down on this high E string on the 3rd fret. That's basically mimicking the singing melody notes, right? Last dance with Mary Jane, one more time to kill the pain. Again, it's not really required, but it's a nice way to sort of you know, add a bit more sound there and melody to it, right? And then for the A, one way to spice it up is to just use an A sus4 and okay? Another way to spice it up is to do so what I'm doing there is I'm using my index and middle finger on the D string and the B string for an A7, right? Then I'm going up here, putting my ring finger down on the 4th fret of the D string. And look at these tabs. I'm always playing the thinnest 5 strings. And then so then back to my index and middle on the 5th fret and then the 7th fret. So again, look at the chord shapes of my fingers and look at the tabs and really understand that you're using this chord shape and this chord shape and then back to the first chord shape. So it's 2 different chord shapes, you're just changing the fret. You can have a lot of fun with that, okay? Not at all required either, but it's a fun thing to learn. And the last thing I'll show you is this little lead riff. Now, I'm not an expert at all in lead guitar or electric guitar for that matter, but basically this is only 3 notes. If you want to practice it, what you want to do is put your index finger on the 5th fret of the G string. Okay? And then your ring finger is going to be between the 7th fret of the D string and the 7th fret of the G string. So get used to doing that first, that sort of circular thing, right? And then you're going to start with the 7th fret on the G string with your ring finger, and you're going to bend a note. And really that's giving you a different, I mean, it's almost like going up a 1 fret, okay? Right? But so that bend and then normal on that 7th fret of the G string. So follow the tab there, but bend 7, regular 7, 5, 7 on the G and then D string. And then bend it on the last note. And you can play that over the regular riff or chord progression if you have friends playing or you want to play along. But otherwise, that's going to be it for this lesson. Thank you for watching. Check out my website, playsongnotes.com, for all the notes and tabs for this lesson. And please subscribe to this channel if you like this lesson. And let me know what other songs you want to hear me do lessons for. But thank you for watching. This has been David Potts. And remember, I want you to pick up that guitar and play. Have a good one.